In today's video, we're going to attempt to buff Stormstrike and make him the dangerous warrior we all expected him to be. And while we're at it, let's equip Prideheart with the necessary weapons he'll need against the likes of Carnage and Iron Spider-Man. So without further ado, let's get it started. So you may or may not know, but we are preparing for our very first all-custom Akedo Warrior tournament. And from some of the testing that we've been doing, I realized that Stormstrike and Prideheart probably wouldn't stand a chance against Carnage, Iron Spidey, or the Grinch, so I wanted to give them a fighting chance, but I may have went a little overboard with the buffing, so make sure you guys watch till the very end of the video and let me know if you think they're too OP. But before we get into all that, I wanted to give Miles Morales, Stormstrike, Prideheart, and Bruce Lee their own custom controllers, so here we go. And as usual, I'm going to take apart the controllers and spray paint them to give them their base color. After that, I can paint on whatever designs I want. This silver controller is for Prideheart, and I found this design that Google said was the medieval knight's coat of arms, so I decided to go with that. I ended up changing the design halfway through, and I think it came out pretty nice. The silver spray paint was really shiny and metallic, and there's no mistaking whose controller this belongs to. You guys probably guessed that the yellow controller was for Bruce Lee, and it is inspired by his yellow jumpsuit he wore in the movie Game of Death. You gotta be pretty old or a big fan to remember that one, but it's the movie where Bruce Lee fights Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The black controller is for none other than Miles Morales, and you know I had to do the spiderweb design on it, and it came out really nice, and it looks even nicer with Miles on it. I've been reading the comments, and it seems like you guys want more Spider-Man characters, so I will come back to do all those figures like Doc Ock, Green Goblin, and Anti-Venom. But in the coming videos, I'm going to be doing some different themes that I think you guys will like just as much. Last is the white controller for Stormstrike, and I painted a huge metallic blue lightning strike down it. And with that completed, all of our custom warriors now have their own custom controllers, and we are ready to move on to buffing Prideheart and Stormstrike. My idea to make Stormstrike more effective was simple, but it turned out to be harder to accomplish than I thought. I wanted to freeze his striking weapon in the perfect position, eliminating the useless striking he did with his mace always flopping around in the wrong spot. To achieve this, I used some super glue because I wanted it to look like his chain was actually frozen in ice. And I think the super glue created that look pretty well, but it didn't harden like I thought it would, and I'm not sure if it will hold up against the boy's aggressive fighting style. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. His non-striking mace I froze in a forward position, and it almost serves as a shield. I didn't test him out at all because I wanted to wait and let the glue dry more, but just from looking at him, he looks like he's pretty hard to split strike. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. For Prideheart, I wanted to give him a more intimidating weapon, and I also wanted to give him a big shield, because when you think of a knight, don't you picture him with a massive shield? I was really lucky because while I was trying to figure out how I was going to make the shield, I just so happened to find that Lego leaf in our Akedo box, and it was a perfect starting point for his shield. It would also save me a lot of time rather than trying to fabricate it from scratch. I just modified it by filling in some of the holes and cutting off the parts I didn't need. And after a bunch of grinding and sanding, I attached it together with a broken weapon handle that I found lying around. Don't throw away any of your broken Akedo, guys. They come in handy. And finally, I painted the coat of arms on it. And I think this guy has a real shot at winning the tournament, because between his sword and shield, there is not that much of an opening to split strike this guy. Let me know what you guys think of him. So there you have it, guys. We're going to have to test Prideheart and Stormstrike in the next video, and I just realized that we didn't even test out or reveal Miles Morales to Eddie and Clark because we've been so busy recently. We just barely survived the snow in Seattle, and as soon as we got home, the boys had to go back to school. So coming really soon, we will test out Prideheart, Stormstrike, and Miles, and we'll probably get a good idea of how they'll do in our custom tournament. And hopefully the boys don't break them in the process. Thank you all so much for watching to the end. If you haven't already, please consider split striking the subscribe and like button, and we will see you in the next video. Until then, click on one of these awesome videos on the screen. See ya, guys.